everybody, welcome back to that Tampa Bay Business Connection Show. And guess what? We have RGA back in the house this week, which was awesome. And we're going to jump right into this. So we have Miss Linda Gagnon,
Yes.
right? And you are from the Healing Hands Therapy.
Yes.
And let's talk about, so what do you do first? Let's talk about that.
What we do is we like to help people live a better quality of life so they can enjoy life better with less pain.
Okay. So you're a hands-on person.
Very much.
Okay, let's talk about all the therapies.
All the therapies we do. Well, actually, we have infrared red light therapy, which is a great way to help relieve pain and everything. And this is one of the pads. And
now, is that a small pad?
This
or
is
that
a small
the
pad.
So
yeah,
you
this
have
is
larger
a small pad.
pads.
We have bigger pads, and then we have one that goes over the eyes as well.
Okay.
And it's infrared and red light. And
so what's the difference between infrared and red? I thought they were the same thing.
oh no, infrared you can't see. When you light it up, you
Okay.
can't see it. And it penetrates down into the bone.
Into the bone.
Yes, we had a friend of ours come in. He broke his leg, and he used the light therapy, and it helped his body heal quicker.
And
His
now,
doctor
is it a
was
frequency?
amazed.
Is it a frequency?
It's different frequencies. There's an Italian frequency, and there's a French frequency. And
What if I'm American though?
it still works.
Good.
But yeah, this is an absolutely fabulous tool that we use.
Now, when they come in, let's talk about that one first.
Yes.
So when they come in, how does this work? Do you lay them down? You lay it on top of them, or do they lay on top of it?
We can do either or.
Oh, okay.
I actually had somebody in here earlier who had chest pain, not in his heart. He was kind of concerned. And we put one here and then one behind. So then
So you get both
got
sides.
everything. Yes. It's
Wow.
really, really wonderful. And he left and he goes, oh, I do. I feel better. Yay.
So is it conjunction with each other? The red light and the infrared, they work together.
Yes, because the red goes into the bone, and then the infrared, or the red goes into the muscle, and then the infrared goes into the bone. And then we also have blue light, which is for the skin.
Okay. So it made me look better?
Yes, it
I don't know if
does.
that's possible. I'm just saying.
Maybe not.
I know. But speaking of looking better, what's the other? You have a jar there.
Yes, I have a jar here. This is an absolutely fabulous thing. It has, it's a scrub, and this is watermelon vodkatini. It's from Farmhouse Fresh.
Not to drink.
No. It's
Please
a
don't
body
drink this.
scrub. Please don't drink it. There is real vodka in this.
Is there
though.
really?
There is real vodka in it,
Okay.
and it smells amazing. And but it's a great way to get rid of all the winter dead skin.
So it exfoliates
So
you.
exfoliate. Take a shower with it. We carry the Farmhouse Fresh line.
So that now you don't do that every day, right? Or could
no,
you?
but
Okay.
you would use it in the shower a couple times a week.
It's just a simple
to just-
application.
and
Rub it on.
It's got lots of oils in it, and it just makes your skin smell amazing.
Really?
And soft, extremely soft.
Okay.
But we also have facial products, and then we have other lotions, and then there's this other product called Honey Heel Glaze, which if you have really rough, dry feet,
Yeah.
you put it on, and so soft. I'll
Really?
put it on some of my clients sometimes while I'm massaging them.
Now, is it one of those things where you set it on, it needs to set for a little bit, and
Not
then take up? So
really.
you just rub it on when by the time you rub it off?
It doesn't really rub off. It just kind of soaks into the skin.
Oh, okay. I
It's
get it.
really
I get it.
wonderful.
I get it. Okay, so it's better than me putting vapor rub on my feet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Believe it or not,
yeah.
that's a thing. I did not know that was a thing, but it was a thing.
Yeah.
I tried it once, and I'm like, well, that's pretty good. Your feet
That's
go.
good for if you have a cough and you're a child, and,
well, yeah,
or an
my-
adult and everything like that.
I have stories. I have nightmare stories about that stuff when I was a kid. Oh, here, it's a tablespoon. Eat it. I'm like, no.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
That's what it
no.
was. So, but you carry a whole line.
Yes, we carry a lot
Face,
of their line.
body,
Yes.
elbows.
Yeah, lotions.
feet.
And, yes. All
And-
kinds of facial products.
Now, do you do that there?
My daughter is actually going to school to be an esthetician, so we will be offering facials at the office, which will be
Really?
great. Yes.
Oh, I'm coming in.
Yes.
I'm definitely
fabulous.
Make this shinier.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh, yeah.
No, okay. So I've got what is the
This.
puzzle? I call these puzzle balls.
Yeah, this is actually to explain the other thing that we do, because of course we do massage therapy. Everybody
And we're going to get
pretty
into
much
that one.
knows massage.
Yeah.
But this, I do cranial release technique, which I've been doing for over 10 years.
Okay. And what is that?
This will explain
Okay.
what your cranium does, because your cranium is like the pump for your spinal fluid. And so it's constantly doing this.
Correct.
And then all of a sudden, you're stressed
Right.
and you have an accident.
Okay.
Well, it's having a harder time
Right.
pumping.
Huh.
After the cranial release technique, which slightly moves your cranium, evens out the brain's hemisphere, loosens the dura mater, which is the protective sheeting for the brain, and it goes down your spine. It does this. So then your
Oh.
cranium will function.
See, one would think that's the heart. 'Cause
Yeah.
It pumps,
Yep.
right?
Nope.
But your
Your
skull.
cranium.
I mean, you go. I'm
skull.
gonna dumb it down because if that's your skull,
Exactly.
right, and your skull does,
Yes.
it does.
It slightly moves.
When I used to run marathons, right, or I'd would just run for college. They were, we knew never to throw cold water on a hot runner because it makes the skull, and you can actually kill somebody that way. So
Wow.
same. So no, you go in and work the skull.
And I
cranium.
work the back
Back
of the
here.
neck.
Okay, you don't
Yes,
you
and I
don't do anything.
I do a little bit of a scalp massage, and then I do mostly a stretch on the trapezius a certain way.
Uh-huh.
And then when the trapezius contracts, it slightly moves the cranium. And then
Right.
we've been able to see that by doing before and afters with people, because sometimes your eye's higher, your ears are higher, and there's all different discrepancies on your body, and you're like, and then a lot of times your hips, one leg is higher than the other.
I learned this in the beauty industry, and I don't mean to get you off track, but just real quick, I learned that if you stand in front of the mirror naked, you have a high side and a low side, and your high side is typically your profile side that people like the best. So
Well,
I
this
understand
makes
that.
you have even sides, so you won't be able to pick out which
Really?
one is the best.
Well, that's awesome.
Which is- yeah, I love it.
So how long does that therapy typically take?
Like about 10 to 20 minutes, all
Okay.
depending on what's going on.
So if someone comes into your shop or to your studio they're going to be with you about 20 minutes. From
yeah,
that
they'd
piece.
be with me 20 minutes. Sometimes I do have people that come in strictly for the stretch without the massage and the scalp.
Right.
And they'll be in and out in 5 minutes because that's all they want.
Wow.
And they don't care.
They just need that.
They just are just quick, do this. This is the best quick fix for me, and I love it.
Wow, that's amazing.
It is.
All right, let's talk about the massage side of it now.
Yes.
Everybody likes a good massage.
Yes.
I love going to the RGA meetings because she stands up. I've learned now that I've got to sit close to her every time she talks because she finds someone close and then she'll work on that back. And everybody she touches like this. So let's talk
Yes.
about. So what do you offer? Full body?
Yes.
Okay.
Full body and spot massages. Some people come in and strictly just want their neck and shoulders done. So we'll do that. Some people actually come in and only want their feet done. We'll do that as well.
Okay.
And then there is full body, if somebody's just wants to kind of relax. But most, like 90% of our clients are, I need to be fixed. I'm stressed. I have a headache. I can't walk. My sciatic is killing me.
Right.
So many different things.
That's amazing. Do you do the deep ones where you get in there and find them knots and just?
Yes.
Those
But I always
Those
double
hurt,
check.
but those are the best.
Yes, I always double check and make sure I'm not going past their comfort zone.
Okay.
Because it's like you don't want to sit there and have them crying.
Oh no! See, that's the first thing I tell. I said, okay, it's okay to make me cry because the knots
Yeah.
have got to go away.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Absolutely.
But
All right.
it's always nice to be able to make sure that you're right within.
Okay.
So I've heard horror stories of they wouldn't stop going so deep, and I told them to stop, and I'm like, oh well, that's not good.
That's great. It's not great, but to me it is. I'm like, I found a new place now. What? Because every time I've gone somewhere, they're like, well, we don't want to make you cry. No, you make me cry. I want to get rid of
Oh
it.
yeah, I can get in there with my elbow.
There you go.
and
You don't stand
everything.
up on them?
Yeah, almost.
Almost. Jeez.
Yeah.
All right, so okay, we got about a minute left. Where can people find you?
You can find me at 7218 Massachusetts Avenue, which is just east of Rowan.
East of Rowan.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And the website is been up the whole time, but there's your
Yep.
website right there. Phone number's on there. Hey, look, if you're hurting, you're tired, you're sore, you need to get your skull bigger, or you just want to look better or smell better. she's got the product for you right there. I mean, it's good. And get some light therapy.
Yeah.
I might come see you for this shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
Because
You'd be
I
amazed.
just had an MRI done, and they're like, you messed that thing up. So anyway, hey, look, grab your coffee, grab your tea, beer, wine, whatever you're drinking. We're not judging here. So thank you for watching. We'll be right back shortly. I do believe that we've got Jody coming up, and she's the ringleader of the RGA here in Newport Richey. I'm just saying right now, and she is fun. And you know what? If you got stuff you need to store, she is your gal. I'm telling you right now. So, all right, stick around. We'll be right back after these messages. All right, we're back, and I'm back with the ringleader. I should have made her go first, is what I should have done. But she is the ringleader of the RGA in Newport at Widow Fletcher's.
Widow Fletcher's.
Yeah, I keep calling it Widowmakers. I don't know why.
You don't want to do that.
It's a good place. It really is a good place. But you are the owner of the storage center that's in Port Richey.
General manager, yes.
The storage center, right?
Correct.
I still, my buddy makes fun of me. He goes, you became a rapper. I'm like, I don't know. So let's talk about the storage center. I mean, I know your storage, but you do way more than just storage.
Oh, yeah. We have retail storage fronts. We have warehouses. We have outside parking for RVs and boats, trailers, trucks, vans, all that sort of thing. We have climate control. We have non-climate. And the difference being we keep our climate control at about 65% humidity, which is more important than AC.
Right, because the drier it's kept, the longer it will last, and it won't. Well, it's not too dry because it'll dry rot then.
Right.
It's that
No, it's at a
medium-
perfect
that
65.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Right, and the temperature is about 76 to 78.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
No,
Sounds like my house.
you're right.
Okay.
And that's kept 24/7 that way.
Now, is that 24 access?
I usually give that to like people with RVs or boats that are going to be out and they don't know when they're going to be coming back in.
Okay.
But as a general rule, I don't normally give 24-hour access.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you have third shift and you need special entrance, then we can work something out.
Okay. So that's good because that means it's safe. People aren't kind of sneaking in, sneaking out on you and all that kind of fun stuff either.
Well, exactly. You can't sneak in. We have a gate system where everybody has to punch their code in to go in and come out. We have 24-hour video surveillance, which catches everything
Nice.
on the property.
Okay.
Yeah, totally surrounded by cameras. So
Now you offer different sizes though. I mean, it's not just so it's the closet type all the way up to what's your biggest?
the biggest are our warehouses, like 1,500, 1,800 square feet,
Whoa.
and we go all the way down to 5x5s.
5x5. It's like a little small room.
Right, like a little hall closet.
Hall closet, yeah.
And
Mudroom.
they're all standard height, 8 feet tall.
Okay. So you kind of can fit everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, do you have? I know this is not on here. Do you have indoor for like RVs or cars?
No,
Okay, strictly outside for that. Stuff.
asphalt,
Okay.
right under a camera, surrounded by a 6-foot wooden fence with serpentine wire on top.
Ah!
So
Yeah, there's no jumping in, jumping out.
pretty secure.
That
Yeah.
is awesome. Okay, so now where are you located? Because I know there are tons of these things, but I think I know where you're at. But I'll let you tell everybody where you're located at.
I'm 3 blocks north of Ridge Road on Highway 19 on the east side. I have my strip mall connected to me with the Animal Emergency Hospital, Microdata.
Oh, okay.
Nature Rains just moved in.
Okay.
Gordon,
Yeah,
our friend
Gordon's
Gordon,
awesome.
Dr. G. Yeah.
Yep, Dr. G. I got to talk to him. But anyway.
Yeah.
So my question, a lot of people bring a lot of junk in. That I mean, I'm not saying people have junk, but I'm just saying
Sure they do.
They bring their precious stuff in there. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
And sometimes those boxes and stuff are kind of have a little visitors. So pest control, I mean, let's talk.
I have one of the strongest pest controls in place in West Pasco. When somebody moves out, we go in and we sterilize it, mop it, and spray it with commercial grade pest control. And then once a month, I have them come back through a commercial company and come and spray my driveways, my hallways, my walkways, everything. So if you see any critters, they're going to be feet up.
That's good, because and I mean, horror story. I've rented from other places, and I took stuff home, and I knew going in it was clean. Coming out, it was not clean.
Right.
And that's horrible, because now you're taking everything back outside, unpacking it outside, and cleaning it, scrubbing it down, the whole 9 yards before you bring it into your own home.
And it works so well, even if someone were to bring a few little friends in,
Right.
they don't stay. They go away.
Okay. That's awesome. So if I'm moving and I need supplies, can I come see you for supplies?
Absolutely. I have a full line of packing supplies, boxes, tape, locks, rope, everything, stretch wrap, and all my RGA family gets 20% off. Ooh,
I like
bonus.
discounts.
Yes.
We should flash up on a 20% discount for all RGA members. We might just do that in post. You never know. No. So,
and if anybody sees this today and comes in, I'll give them 20% off, even if they're not an RGA team member.
well, see, you can't beat that.
Not with a
That's
stick.
awesome. I mean, come on. I mean, now I just want to store something.
Sure.
Well, I'm an RGA member, so it doesn't really matter. But I get my 20% off. Anyway, so you've got a move-in special? Is that what I'm hearing?
I do. 50% off on any size that you rent. And plus our wonderful mini storage insurance coverage that covers water damage, wind, fire, smoke, lightning, things like that. And it's zero deductible. So even if you have homeowners, that's usually like $500 or $1,000 deductible. You would claim with us, and then that would cover your other.
That's awesome. I've never
deductible.
heard of insurance.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because I didn't rent the right places.
It's very important, and our insurance covers motored vehicles as well. If you store a motor vehicle in there.
Wow. Okay. So that
Or
really
lawnmowers
that
or
sets
4x4s.
you aside from a lot of other people.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I know the couple places I've written, they didn't offer me insurance.
Well, if you care enough to store your things, you should care
That is
enough
true.
to cover your things. So.
Right. So if one of the guys, if somebody's watching right now and say I'm an apartment manager, would you be a good fit for me?
Absolutely.
Tell me why.
Because most of the time people are moving in town from out of state where they have basements or attics. And when you move to Florida, you have neither, usually.
Right.
Crawl space, maybe.
Maybe.
So anybody that goes to RV parks or apartments, I'm a real good fit for that.
Okay.
Assisted living, when folks have to downsize to go into an assisted living area, people coming in town, we can cover anybody's needs.
So say I'm coming to you and like, you know what, I love it. I'm going to rent a place from you. Do I need to go get a truck somewhere else, or can you help me out there?
I can help
You
anyone
have
out.
connections.
Yeah, we are a U-Haul dealer. We can rent trucks from out of state to us locally, or just do local moves in town, or from here to out of state when you're moving out of state. So we can cover anything you need.
So you got that all. So I don't have to worry about going and getting a truck. I can say I need a truck. Okay, we've got you covered.
One-stop shop.
That is absolutely fun. Okay, so just tell me something you haven't talked about yet, because I've been trying to ask questions here. I think we've done a good job covering it, right?
I think so.
But you also have, and I know you said this in the beginning, you have storefront.
We do.
Which is unusual for a storage. When you first said that, and our RGA meeting outside, she goes, oh, she's renting out storage bays as businesses, but you actually have storefronts.
Retail storefronts.
Okay.
Yep. I have 10 spots in my retail storefront right on Highway 19, and very good visibility. And a lot of my people, everybody's happy. They've been here 25 years.
Do you have any openings right now?
I do not.
See?
Gordon got my last one.
See, that's why people like you. And you're right, it's a great location.
It is.
So,
It's
I-
high visibility, high traffic.
Right, exactly. So, if do you have any outside stuff right now for the RVers and the boaters?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So how
I don't.
how
I
big
have
of a-
one availability left. It's a
Okay.
10 by 30, but that stays pretty full most of the time.
So people like you, they stick around.
We're like family.
They're like family. They treat you like family. They'll yell at you if you're not doing right. No, I'm just kidding.
they
Get
do.
that straight. Get that straight. So let's talk about RGA real quick. How you love in RGA?
Well, I've been a team leader for over 6 years now, so
See?
it's kind of like my second family.
And let's
Yeah.
talk about what time do we meet over there?
We meet at 1 o'clock, 12:30 for pre-networking before lunch. It's a good thing to show up at 12 or 12:30 so you can eat, so you don't have to eat through the meeting, because I do have people get up and speak and talk about themselves and answer questions. And we're pretty interactive in our meeting, as you well know.
It's a great group. I love it. Matter of fact, I was going to say, can we come earlier and eat, so that way we're not chomping while people are giving their business spiel, as I call them.
Yeah.
But you got a lot of great people in there. A
Oh.
lot of great people.
Fabulous. And I love it that people from all the other 32 chapters come up to see ours because
Right.
they love it.
Right, and it's 12:30 or 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, but 12:30 pre.
Sharp.
Right, sharp. So hey, look, if you need some storage, there you go, right there. This lady right here, she'll take
Come
care of
see
you.
me.
All right, so again, refreshing that beer, that wine, whatever, and you know what? We'll be right back after these messages. All right, everybody, we're back. We're back with Bill Koenig, right? And you are a financial dude. You're a financial dude.
I put myself out as a financial advisor. I've been doing it 34 years, 21 with my own firm. So I guess I'm doing something right.
Let's tell them, what's the name of your company?
I own Nature Coast Wealth Management Services. It's myself, two other associates, two other financial advisors. And we've been located in the Spring Hill area for the whole time that I've been in business.
That's amazing. Okay, so when financial services is a big pot. So what out of that big pot, what do you specialize in?
I specialize in helping individuals plan and maintain their finances, their investments.
Okay.
We don't do bookkeeping for
No.
people or anything
Right.
like that. We will set up an investment plan for people, also small businesses. We do pension plans for small businesses. Most small businesses don't realize that they can afford to have a pension plan. In fact, they can't not have one because the government lets them put money in the plan, take it from their left pocket and put it in their right.
Really?
And most small businesses don't understand that it's an expense. Just like if they were buying supplies for their business, that's expensed. You can expense your pension plan. And if you're a small business, a mom and pop business, you get to take money basically from your left pocket and put it in your right pocket and expense it and put it into a plan that will grow for your retirement, and you don't have to pay tax on that money until you start taking it out.
Taking it out. Okay.
Just like
so
an
if I'm
IRA.
just like me, I'm paying my rent every month. I should be paying into an investment.
You can pay into a simple pension plan, a SEP, 401k if you have a lot of employees, whichever makes sense for your business.
Okay.
And we customize that. We do that for any business.
So here's the ultimate question. I know a lot of our viewers will ask: is it ever too late?
Not really. Everyone needs to know that they have to have money down the road.
Right.
We can't just run out of money and say, oh, what do I do? So you need to have investments that continually will give you some kind of income
Right.
when you're at that stage. And there are investment vehicles that you can use that will do that, that you'll have an income coming in. And most things you can't guarantee. However, there are certain annuities out there that will guarantee an income for life.
Right.
The insurance company is the guarantor,
Okay.
and depending on your age and the amount of money in there, they'll guarantee you anywhere from 4% to 7%
Wow.
annual income off
Okay.
of your investment. That's pretty much the only thing that you can say is guaranteed, other than a U.S. Treasury bond,
Right.
which isn't paying much right now.
No.
With interest rates being,
Right.
being down.
Okay. Now, so say I'm 55, right? I have 10 more years before I retire. 65, or I can go to 69. I don't want to, but so if I start chunking down now, how much am I allowed to put into?
Well, in just in an IRA, if you're over 50, the government gives you a step up. Under 50 and under, or actually 49 and under, you get to put in $5,500. When you turn 50, they call it a catch-up, and they let you put in an extra $1,000 a year.
A year.
So you can put in $6,500 a year into an IRA.
That's just $500 a month.
Yeah, which, if invested properly, should grow nicely.
Yeah.
Again, no guarantee, but
Oh, yeah, right. Of
there
course.
are nice investments out there that have been around for a long time that generally give good returns. If you're looking at a pension plan, you can put in more money than that. And I have to look at what if they've changed the guidelines for this year. But basically, you get to put in up to, I think it was 45,000 or 55,000, depending on the amount of money you make.
Right.
And then I think it's 15% or the cap.
Well, yeah, and you deal with that on an
And that's-
individual basis.
We have that on
look at-
a chart, so I don't have to memorize.
Yeah, exactly.
that.
So I'm just throwing stuff at you because I didn't know I could do that. So what are the other services that you offer there at your firm?
We'll do an analysis
Okay.
of anybody's portfolio. We'll also do an analysis of life insurance.
Okay.
Especially young families. This is something that young families don't think of. I know I didn't think of it when I was younger. I thought I was bulletproof.
Right.
You know, nothing's going to happen to me. But had something happen to me, what would the family do? What would my
Right.
wife and child do? And I, took care of that when I found out about it.
Mm-hmm.
I try to encourage young people to look at their situation, and if one of the spouses isn't there, car accident, God forbid, an illness that takes one of the spouses away, you need enough money to live for 5 years.
Right.
So you basically take out an insurance policy. You can take out a term policy, which is very inexpensive in most cases, so that if one of the spouses dies and you take a policy out on each one, and let's say both spouses work and they have children that are school age, well, maybe you need somebody to be there when the kids come home from school
Right.
and you're still at work. So you have to pay somebody to do that.
That's right. You have a sitter or that person.
And you lose that spouse's income
Yeah.
that wasn't there. This way you have that money.
Okay.
And that's paid out tax-free as an insurance payment
Got it.
that the surviving spouse can use to maintain their lifestyle until they get situated again.
Okay. Now, does that include long-term, short-term? Expect like what happens if the spouse gets into an accident and he's in the hospital and he needs long-term care?
We do long-term care. I personally don't. I have an associate that does that. For anyone that wants a long-term care policy, we do offer that service. Most of the younger people don't, aren't
Think of that stuff, right?
think of that. It's mostly my senior clients,
Right,
my
right.
retirees
Yep.
that are looking at that. But yes, we do offer
Okay.
long-term
So
care.
the first thing that's going to happen is we're going to come in and sit down with you, and you're going to do an analysis of what we've got or what we don't have, and go, this is what I recommend for short term, or this is what I recommend for long term.
Yeah, generally when I have someone come in the office, I ask them to bring in any statements they have from any banks, savings, investments, and their tax return.
Okay.
I found that some people, they'll bring in everything except this one account that they just don't want anybody to see.
Right.
However, if they bring in their tax return, everything's on the tax
Yeah,
return.
everything's right there.
Has
Yeah.
to be there.
Yeah.
I can't do a proper job unless I know what the whole situation is. And then based on the whole situation, I can give them a recommendation. I've had people come in the office that wanted basically a second opinion. And I've looked through what they had, and I said, I can't do any better than this. Whoever you're using is doing a very good job,
Right.
and that's fine.
So you don't try to take that. You just look. You're good where you're at. Keep going.
Yeah,
That's admirable.
treat
Because most
people-
people, a lot of people would not be that way.
I treat people like I want to be treated.
There you go.
And I also am a predominantly fee-based broker.
Okay.
I don't charge commission, so to speak.
Right.
Everybody is on a fee-based. Depending on the amount of money, it generally runs from 2.5% down to 1.5%, and that's on an annual basis.
Wow. All right. So if you don't have a plan and you need a plan, or you want to get a second opinion on your plan that you already have, go see Bill. Bill will take care of you. All his information has been up. The website, the phone number, the whole 9 yards. You give this man a call. We'll be right back. We're going back with Halina, and Halina's going to teach us all about decorating. So stick around. Okay, hey, we're back, and if decorating's your thing, this lady right here, don't mind Leah. We want to talk to Halina. No, I'm just kidding. I love you, Leah. You know that. So, how is the business?
Actually, since COVID started, the business has been really good because people do not travel as much, especially at the beginning.
Right.
And they don't go out to eat, and they stay home, and they learn how to cook, and they notice all the changes they want to do, and they call us.
It's funny, right? You're sitting in your house, you're going, well, I don't like those drapes. Why did they put blinds in? Oh, look at the flooring. I don't like that flooring either. So who they got to call?
That's
Miss
right.
Halina. And then guess who gets to do all the work? Mr. Leo.
Well, I don't physically do a lot of that work. You know, we have a lot of people that actually do the work.
Right,
you
I know.
that They actually know what the hell they're doing.
Right, exactly. No, that was what I was gonna say. So,
I mean,
so have you had a problem with labor?
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like now everybody wants it done. It's like, oh my, I need more people.
No, actually, that's not the issue. The issue is getting the
Materials,
materials.
too.
Because a lot of our fabrics are like from Germany,
Right.
and Germany's locked down.
Lockdown.
So like we had customers that ordered in December window treatments.
Yeah. They can't give
And
us a date.
They can't even give us a date when the fabric is going to be available.
You know what I did? I jumped right in because I know what you guys do and I love what you guys do. Let's tell everybody at home what all you guys do. That because we're sitting here talking like, oh yeah, we know we're old friends, but it's everybody home is like, well, what are they talking about? So what do you do?
Okay. So we started this business over 35 years ago, and we started it with doing just window treatments and color coordinating.
Right.
And we have just grown to be able to do anything that goes into the home.
Wow.
There's, blueprint on, we can do anything. We do commercial, residential. And we've also grown to go to the outdoors where Leo has been extremely busy, right?
Yeah, with the retractable awnings, actually retractable roof systems.
Okay.
This lady on Harbor Point, she wanted to have a retractable roof over an entire swimming pool.
Whoa.
So the roof was 24 feet by 24 feet.
Holy cow, that's huge.
Yes, and it completely covers the swimming pool from one end to the other, and it opens up when you want it.
That is excellent. Look at her talk. Because instead of a bird cage, I could have a.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Oh, it is so cool. And we have a bird cage, but at night we started sitting outside the bird cage because we live in the same area you do,
Oh, that's right.
Starkey.
Yep.
And it's just so nice to sit out there with the wildlife, with the deers and
Yep.
the animals and all the birds, and it's so much more airy and fresher than under the bird cage.
So if I'm in my house and I look around going just not really happy, so you come over, sit down with a consultation with us and go,
Right.
okay, well, let's change this and we're going to change this. Leo, do you go in and go, well, knock that wall out? No.
Well, actually, we have done that too.
Have you really?
Oh, yeah.
See, okay, so now I'm learning something. So
No,
you'll
no,
let's get
Right.
rid of that wall.
We don't physically will knock the walls down ourselves, but
Right,
we
no.
have a lot of contractors that
Yeah.
we work with.
Yeah.
And sometimes things are not in our own house. When we bought a house 5 years ago, first thing we did, we knocked out a wall because we're stupid. It didn't make any sense. So we removed it. And now it looks so much bigger and, airier.
Right.
And there's no need for that wall over there. It just doesn't make any sense.
So you literally can handle from ceiling to floor.
Anything. And we are fully licensed, insured, so that, we haven't really had any issues or problems.
Well, all our contractors are all licensed. It's also
Yeah.
so that anybody does any
Right.
work, electrician or whoever, they're all licensed.
And you guys are okay doing little small jobs
Oh, yeah,
and
absolutely.
up to the big
Oh, no,
complete
Yeah.
gut it and let's make it all new again.
Yeah, we've had the little lady in the mobile home park that has been saving her dollars
Yeah.
literally in a jar, and she's been wanting drapes her whole life. And when she called us, she said, I don't know if there's something that you even want to bother because I only have $900. That's all I was able to save. What can you do with this?
Right.
Right. So we figured, well, we got to make it work.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah,
say
you
no to
can't
a little
say
old
no.
lady.
No, you cannot.
And she was so
Absolutely not.
sweet. And we figured, we worked around with the fabrics and everything else, and we made it happen. And it was just, it's just like special little things like that.
Right.
Because our job is very personal.
Yes.
You have to get into the person's, to know how to make their home their home.
I've seen your work. I've seen your work too, and I'm telling you, it is absolutely outstanding. So, I mean, do you ever get that where you drive down the street, I did that house, I did that house over there, did that house over there, oh, that's my design right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But this year, we've had so many repeat customers,
Right.
and everybody's calling back. I mean, this one customer, she's 91, her husband's 90, and they're just moving to a townhouse because they couldn't live in their house anymore.
Oh.
And I just thought it's the coolest thing, because I'm moving them again, and it's not an assisted living, and it's just super special.
Right.
And one of our doctor friends that always said, I want you to do something different with us, and he just bought a condo in Clearwater Beach right on
The Mandalay Beach Club.
Oh, nice.
8th floor, 2,000
Oh,
square feet,
yeah.
empty,
Right.
So
Blank canvas.
Blank canvas.
Are you
So-
still in business? I say, yes, we are.
You're still in business.
Yeah.
Is it amazing how many people
It
are calling
is.
today going, are you
It-
still
it
in
is.
business?
It's-
Yeah, I didn't go anywhere.
It really is, I mean, I feel bad for a lot of the people, but I don't feel bad for a lot of people that just collect and don't want to go to work because
Yep.
we have that problem too.
Right.
But, it's just like so cool to see all of your old customers still having your phone number.
Now, are you guys strictly residential or can you do business as well?
Now, we've done a lot of commercials. We've
Well,
done,
Center for Bone and Joint Disease.
Okay, yes.
We've been there. We've done their work for 25 years. Every building
Every
they put
building.
up, pretty much, they call us.
So they get the bones put together
Right.
in whole 9 yards and they bring you and go, okay, make it look.
that's it.
Yeah.
That
And
is-
it's not just the
Furniture,
furniture,
everything.
waiting
from,
rooms,
from
everything.
blueprint on, pretty much. And we've done all of the hospice,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the,
Gulf Side Regional Hospice.
Okay.
We've done all of those with Linda Ward.
Yep.
So we've done restaurants, and we've done a lot of other doctors' offices. But no, there's nothing we can do. And I did one RGA doctor. He's a special holistic doctor, and
Oh,
he wanted me to
Dr.
kind of go
K.
crazy, and he wanted to.
Does he
use-
know what he's doing?
yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
my. Okay.
yes. Actually, Mark had a meeting with him in there,
That's awesome.
and he couldn't get over it. But we did purple and green.
You imagine purple leather sofas with a white pinstripe,
Oh, okay.
and they're like very, very comfortable. People don't want to leave. They
Yeah.
don't
That's
come and hang
awesome.
out.
Told him happy hour. Even the light bulbs are purple.
That was his. That
That
was
man
his.
likes purple.
That was his request.
That man likes purple. Good for him.
Yeah, yeah. But so we have fun. We have fun with it. But so it's just like I don't feel that there's anything that we haven't done.
That's awesome.
And if we can't find it, we find someone to make it
Right.
because custom is what it is.
I bet you walk in the studio and you're like, oh God, this needs help.
No,
Actually,
I like it. It's the first thing Leo
I said, look
said.
at this cool place he created.
Yeah, I have some people walk in here. Their OC goes overboard. They're like, no, can't,
Oh.
can't. They won't. They'll have to sit up there, and that's even worse because that's got toys everywhere. So how do people get a hold of you?
Well, we've been getting a lot of people from our website. Referrals has been really big.
Okay.
Referrals has been really big because a lot of people feel if they made you happy,
Right.
I know I can trust them.
Right.
So that's been good. And networking, RGA.
You like
been good.
RGA?
I love RGA.
Well,
They're kind of,
Yay!
I've heard how crazy. No, I love her to death. I visit all of them, but I started coming back to the local one, and
Yeah.
I walked in and it was just nothing but smiles. You're here. I'm like, wow. I didn't get that anywhere else. I mean, they're all like, they're all in. They like, yeah, come on in. But Jody was like, oh my God, he's charming.
Yeah.
well, we
Jody-
actually got invited to a thing Mark had it in the Safety Harbor in the park. We didn't even know anything about RGA. This was, I don't know, 10 years ago or whatever.
Well, we've been visiting for
Yeah,
many
but-
years, but we never joined until Jody stepped into our lives.
Jody is awesome.
yeah.
If you meet Jody and don't join, there's something wrong with you.
Right,
I'm just
right.
saying.
But-
That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, but also with RGA, what other networking function has kept online through the whole COVID?
Mark didn't miss a beat.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, I think there was 1 week, and then boom, the Zoom started happening, and the meetings started happening. I'm like, well, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So people can go to your website.
Mm-hmm.
They can call you. They can probably catch you on social media, and you have a bunch of stuff out there so they can see what you befores and afters and
Plenty.
And you also do flooring. So make sure you throw that out there real quick. So literally from the ceiling down,
Right.
or from the floor up, you
Yeah.
can handle
And everything in between.
everything in between. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
But a lot of people now have created the outdoor living room, so I really push that. And we also have, besides the awnings, the solar shades, which is
Right,
really
right.
amazing. But we also do the furniture for outdoors,
That's awesome.
and we have a lot of really nice lines, and we run a lot of specials. We run
Okay.
a lot of specials on furniture right now, and Pelican Reef's one of the lines that we carry, and that's out of Florida.
Yeah, East Coast.
So it's quick
Panama
delivery.
Jack is the brand.
All right, so look, if you're trying to redo the interior, which I know COVID world has really set that on fire, these are the two people you need to call, take care of them, and they will take care of you. Hey, we'll be right back after these messages with Mark. We'll be right back. as usual, we have saved the best for last. No, it's kind of funny. We sit down and go, Mark's like, I can't do 10 minutes. Dude, I can guarantee you're going to roll 10 minutes in a heartbeat.
Oh, for crying out loud,
So,
John.
okay, I got to come to the first, for me, the first in-person meet of any networking group.
Oh, but you'll always
RGA.
remember your first.
That, I'll tell you, it's always the best.
What did you think?
It was awesome.
Okay.
Oh, it was great. I mean, it was some really great people, and it's good to get back out and get into
It is.
the world again. It's
100%.
and RGA has never slowed down.
We jumped right into the Zoom platform and went crazy with it. 14, I think, meetings a week. It was just ridiculously crazy.
Are you zoomed out?
You know what? I'm done with the Zoom fatigue. I've learned how to, get through that. Because I think this platform's going to be with us forever. It just propelled us into
Right.
It's a great way to meet with somebody quickly, efficiently. There's no drive time. So I'm really kind of digging that.
We have used Zoom for 6 years. We used Zoom the second year they came out.
See?
And you're right. So because when I'm trying to do a production meeting and I got clients that are in another state, I can go, let's jump on Zoom. We'll talk about it, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So.
And my favorite, if you don't like what they're saying, you can mute them.
Right. You just nod.
Of
Of course, you might be nodding something you don't want to be nodding to.
but if they're on mute, you don't care.
That's true.
But no, we're moving forward with that. 4 a week, Monday, Wednesday lunch, Tuesday, Thursday breakfast, and this week and twice a month we're going to do a virtual speed networking.
Oh, really?
So yeah, there were so many people last time. It was multiple screens, and I was trying to help Melissa, our event planner,
Right.
like who's next. So it moves very quickly, 3 to 5 commercials, and then we throw you into a breakout room. That way you get to meet people. That's why you're there. So it kind of brings a personality to it. But we've partnered with several chambers around the area to do networking mixers.
So who was the newest?
Our newest is the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce. We're doing it at the end of May. It's going to be a trivia night. It's back at both members, Sea Dog Cantina. They're a member of the chamber and a member of RGA.
Nice.
So we're going to do it there. Lots of trivia, lots of door prizes. We love that. We're back in your neck of the woods at Newport Richie at the Widow Fletcher's.
The Widow Fletcher's, yeah. Don't ever say Widow Fletcher's, it's the
Widow Fletcher's. And it's kind of funny, it's owned by 3 guys who none of them are widow men. So I was like, well, because in Missouri, that's what happens. You lose your spouse and they open a restaurant,
Right.
to keep the farm going. And yeah, I'm like, well, where's Widow Fletcher? And they're like, there's no Widow Fletcher. So that's kind of misleading. But it was a good name.
It's cool.
Cool. Yeah. So we just Bob and Arlene were just featured yet again in the Tampa Bay Times for the new Tampa chapter, and they're packing them in there.
Yep.
So we're excited about the future of networking, prosperity in
So tell everybody
Tampa
home what
Bay.
RGA stands for.
Really great alternative. So there's a million RGAs, but the
There
real
really is.
the real reason is revenue generating activity.
Right.
And what I believe what you're doing as a small business owner from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. is a revenue generating activity. So often, as you know, John, we would go to these networking things, and there'd be a lot of people who'd be selling a lot of products,
Right.
and part of me would say, well, I thought I brushed my teeth when I got here. I don't need toothpaste. And they would tell you why you needed their toothpaste,
Right.
and part of me would be like, wow. So, yeah,
Thanks for the toothpaste. I appreciate that.
my favorite was the lady who, and the other guest today will be there, who did this rap thing. Why she picked me, I have no idea. I needed 2 raps and it didn't really work. But
Wow.
So they had to change the name. But anyway, it's revenue generating activity.
There you
Whatever
go.
you do from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. should be a revenue generating activity. We really try to focus on our membership. It's all about them. John, tell us what's coming up with WeBeam
Well,
TV.
hold on a second. Now, you guys have different. You have things called moms.
Oh, I'm glad you clarified that, because Friday we were at the Brass Tap and there was about 6 guests, and this one lady was like, oh, I want to do a mom with. And the one guy sat down by me and he's like, I want in on this. And I'm like, so dude, a mom is a meeting outside the meeting. A dad is a discussion after dinner, because we're a family. Find another member and learning why.
Right.
I mean, the guy was ready to join. And, I said, why don't you wait and see if we're a fit? Because it's not what you're thinking. It's to get to know, like, and trust you, so you're better to refer you. Because when people know what WeBeam TV does for the community and what you do for your wife and children and grandchildren, they're better off to refer you. And if you learn about the why people do what they do, it's
That is the most important thing out of anything that I've ever, when I'm networking, is I want to know why that person's doing what they do. If they're doing it just to make a living, first of all, they're miserable.
Right, but there's nothing wrong with that. People do
No,
have to make a mortgage
I
payment, but you're
understand
right,
that.
the passion isn't there. And it's always good to find that spark or that passion.
How many
And-
times does someone come in and go, what do you do for a living? I work for insurance.
Right.
I'm like, wow, do you really?
Or I sell insurance.
Or I sell insurance.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're like, everybody needs it. Well, not everybody. I mean, does the Queen of England need insurance?
Nope.
Probably not.
Nope. But the moms and
Moms, dads, and families.
yeah, that's awesome.
When we call Bob's business over breakfast,
Right.
there's a whole bunch more. Zazz's, I
You
think,
got
is
the
a new one.
acronyms down, don't
We
you?
do, and we had a whole bunch of logoed merchandise printed. My favorite were the I Do Mom socks. That gets a rise out of people when you're sitting at So, we've got a lot coming up. Check our website. We have a brand new calendar section on our website, which literally tells you day by day what's going
It
on
does,
in
and
RGA.
I'm glad for that because that's how I got down to the brass tap. I'm like, oh, you know what? I've got a doctor's appointment over there. I'll hit that first, and then I'll go to the doctor's appointment. We're all good.
There you go. It's kind of like the Wheel of Fortune. It's kind of like back when we were pulling sheets of toilet paper. Now you can just spin that
Spin it,
calendar
baby.
and
Spin it.
see where you want to go. So we're excited.
Excellent.
We're also looking for restaurants with private rooms. If you have a restaurant with a private room, we'd love to feature you locally by doing either a mixer or a meeting. So we're looking.
You're also looking for someone to start their own chapters.
We are. Thank you, John.
Yeah.
So we have a foothold in several major cities, but if you're watching us and you're unhappy with whatever group you're doing, we have a proven support system that will help you launch a chapter in a couple weeks. And we also have the social media power behind it to help you launch that chapter.
Exactly.
So like Nashville, Fort Myers, Orlando, Bradenton.
Yep.
Bradenton. Bradenton.
Not Brandon.
Which it can be, there's several others, but it's listed on our website.
And you want to know? I tell you, I'm gonna brag about you. Get a little. One of the things that I love about the RGA is anybody can join as long as.
So, yeah.
As long
So
as.
yes, if your business requires a license to do business within this state, if you're a plumber, yes, you need license and insurance, and yes, we do check that. If you're a roofer, you need license and insurance. Any of the trades things. My favorite was there was some guy who was a home services specialist, and I asked him, he's doing remodels and stuff, and I said, oh, do you have your license? Oh, you don't need a license. I'm in whatever county, and I'm like, yes, you do.
Yeah.
So
And there's a background check.
there's a background check.
That's
It's a simple
huge.
background check, but we just don't want, you're getting to know somebody. Carrie has some beautiful kids at his house, and I don't want some wackadoodle coming, helping Carrie out and finding like, Mark, did you know this guy was,
Right.
because his kids are going to be famous opera singers.
That's
or
awesome.
Broadway singers.
Broadway.
I had to correct that.
I think the one thing about the group that I like the best is the fact that everybody that I met, I have no problem saying or tell my mom to use these people. If I can't give you to my mom,
100%. That's
Then-
it. Can I steal that?
absolutely. Because if you're not good enough to go to my mom's house, you're
not
good.
mom-worthy.
No, man, that's a big deal for
That's
me.
a good one. We could probably integrate that with.
There you go. It's for
So
free.
I like the fact too that you're able to give 2 or 3 of people in an industry
Yes.
because that way you choose. Because we may gel, but you may not, get along
Exactly.
with somebody else.
Get that know, like, trust.
Yes. The
I used to
know, like,
make
and
fun of
trust.
that. I did. I'm like, I know people and I like people, but I just have a hard time trusting anybody.
So if
But that's different. I tell you, the one lady, oh God, Christine, she's got my phone call. I already told my wife, I said, we need to hide everything. So we'll call her. She'll take care of it.
there you go. So we're going to be working on a musical right? A networking musical. It's
that's
on one
awesome.
of our members' bucket list, and we now have a copywriter who's been helping me, so he's going to be overwhelmed with
Yes.
different scripts, because as you know, there could be some really funny scenes from that.
Yes, it can. That'd be
So
awesome.
my favorite, and I'll go ahead and spoil it, we were doing the mass mixer, and I kept asking this lady, what do you do? And she literally almost started crying. And I go, oh my God, honey, what's wrong? And she goes, I thought you said, when am I due?
Oh!
And I go, no, what do you do? Right? And she was like, I felt a little bloated, but I'm not pregnant. And I thought, oh my goodness, only in networking
Only
and
networking.
only, during a pandemic.
Well, Mark, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you,
Thanks for
John.
bringing some great guests. Hey,
I know
appreciate
these-
everybody watching. And you know what? We will see you next week with the Tampa Bay Business Connections. Have a good night.
Thank you.